Here's something that'll mess with your head. Check your calendar. It's 2025, right? Well, not if you're in Ethiopia. There, it's currently 2018. And this isn't a mistake. It's a completely different system with real economic consequences. Ethiopia follows its own ancient calendar based on the Coptic Church. It has 13 months, 12 of 30 days each, and a 13th month of 5 or 6 days. This is why they're roughly 7 years behind the Gregorian calendar most of the world uses. But this is more than a cultural quirk. It's an economic reality. Imagine you're an international business. You sign a contract in 2018, but your partner is in Ethiopia. That contract would need a footnote clarifying that, yes, it was 2018 when it was signed, but because your partner's new year is September, they would still be in 2015. Everything from software to shipping schedules to financial reporting gets complicated when two companies in the same industry, in the same city, are operating under different calendars. When you send a package to someone in Ethiopia, it gets a digital stamp with 2 dates, the international one and the Ethiopian one. It's a small price to pay for preserving their culture. But think about all those industries that rely on precise timing, healthcare, finance, manufacturing. A miscommunication about which date it is can have serious consequences. Take, for example, the Ethiopian calendar app. Its developers had to account for the 13th month and its varying length. 5 days in a non-leap year, 6 in a leap year. They also needed to make sure the app works seamlessly with both Android and iOS, which use different date formats by default. And this is just one example of how the private sector has to adapt to these differences. You might think a business operating in both places would just use the international version of the calendar, but that comes with its own set of problems. For starters, purely international calendar wouldn't account for religious holidays. Ethiopia celebrates 70 major holidays, including Ghana or New Year, which falls on September in the international calendar. This is a huge celebration with families coming together to share a traditional meal and flowers playing a central role. The floral industry does brisk business during Ghana. In fact, the country is known as the land of 13 months of flowers, because every month has its own flower. This also means there are 30 months of sunshine, as advertisers famously promote. There's a power cut. Power cuts happen everywhere, but in Ethiopia, they're especially disruptive. The 13th month, with its 5 or 6 days, can fall entirely within a weekend. So a power cut Friday afternoon could plunge the entire country into darkness for up to 4 days. Now, you might think this is all just a quirky footnote in business, but when you consider that Ethiopia's economy has been growing at over 10% annually, one of the fastest rates in the world, these little details start to matter a lot. The country's booming. Attracting foreign investment in its calendar is part of what makes it unique. So next time you're in Ethiopia, put your watch back 7 years. Not only will it make the locals more comfortable, it'll also make you feel like you've just discovered a hidden gem, a country that's different. Yes, but also thriving. And that's a story worth sharing. So let me know in the comments, what do you find most fascinating about the Ethiopian calendar? I think you'll like it. Thank you for watching.